Burger King is about to shut down more than 300 restaurants. The move comes after several large franchisees filed for bankruptcy, citing inflation and the low volume of sales.
Food lovers, welcome back. We have some alarming news today from the fast food sector, which has been in the news all around the world. Burger King, a renowned fast food restaurant famed for its tantalizing Whoppers and flame-grilled burgers, has declared bankruptcy. You heard it here correctly. The choice poses a serious threat to their physical outlets, just as the once dominant burger company is going through a difficult moment. What does this mean for their physical businesses though? Find out if their physical outlets are in trouble by diving in. Burger King's dominance appears to be waning. The once powerful business is currently dealing with financial difficulties that could jeopardize its actual stores. Is this the start of King of Burger's demise? Meridian Restaurants Unlimited, a Utah-based company that operates 118 Burger King locations in 9 states, is fighting a tough battle with poor sales and crippling inflationary costs. The business owns and operates fast food joints located in Utah, Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Kansas, Nebraska, and Arizona. Burger King has not been able to keep up in a post-pandemic landscape and reportedly brings in a relatively low $1.4 million in sales per location. This is about $500,000 less than rival Wendy's and nearly half of what a McDonald's location would sell on average. Wages have also increased by around $4.38 per hour in the past few years, which puts more pressure on business owners to keep up. Meanwhile, food costs are up 22%. Meridian submitted the filing and said these issues snowballed into a crushing amount of debt, Restaurant Business reports. According to the filings, Meridian stated that the decrease in foot traffic due to the pandemic meant the fast food joints had a greater sensitivity to the recent dramatic rise in labor, commodity, and maintenance costs. Some of their restaurants have even been seeing losses for many years, records show. However, the business said there's hope for the future and believes that financial restructuring and recent changes made by Burger King will get them out of this. It comes after Burger King executives have voiced concerns with the company and announced their multi-year plan to reclaim the flame, Restaurant Brands International reports. I think that where we have the most opportunity is really redefining or defining who we are, having a relevant and distinct voice. We're excited to work on that brand positioning and defining our brand essence going forward. I think we'll be focusing on our core, on the Whopper, flame grilling, having it your way. Those are really the things that made us great and the things that will make us great going forward. The first part will invest $50 million over the next 2 years to renovate and freshen up to nearly 3,000 restaurants. The modernization consists of new restaurant technology, kitchen equipment, and building enhancements. The investment is to promote an exceptional guest experience while working hand in hand with the Fuel the Flame advertising plan. Moving forward, the company will present a more streamlined menu and eating experience, simplifying the entire process for both employees and customers. Executives also suggested that digital innovation will come soon to make online ordering an easier option. These measures and the renewed focus on operations are welcomed by franchisees and starting to drive progress in several key operational metrics, including order accuracy and overall satisfaction. The company finished 2021 with 19,247 stores, which was an overall growth of 622 restaurants. The popular fast food chain Burger King plans to close up to 400 restaurants before the end of 2023, Today.com confirmed. This week, the CEO of Restaurant Brands International Inc., which owns Burger King, said they are preparing to close between 300 and 400 locations. The CEO, Joshua Kobza, said in a call announcing Q1 earnings results that the company historically closes a couple of hundred Burger King restaurants each year. So far this year, several large Burger King franchisees have filed for bankruptcy. According to a Restaurant Brands International release announcing the earnings, 124 Burger Kings have already shuttered this year, bringing the total number in the United States to fewer than 7,000. Kobza said in the call that the company plans to focus on working with smaller franchisees to improve the overall health of the company's franchise system. He said the company plans to only allow high-quality operators to build or acquire existing restaurants that will operate regionally and with local ownership. One of the most important factors is the willingness of our franchisees, who have several restaurants to work with us and commit to implementing the changes necessary, he said. Kobza added that there is a fair degree of uncertainty regarding exact numbers of future closures. This will depend to some extent on the pace of recovery in the business, which we've already begun to see, he said. The company did not say which locations would be shuttered or name a more specific timeline. Despite the store closures, Burger King US reported sales rose by 8.7%. Between the COVID-19 pandemic and sky-high inflation in 2022, it's safe to say it's been a tough few years for the restaurant business as a whole. Even a brand like Burger King, one of the most recognizable in fast food, hasn't been immune to the economic squeeze. Major Burger King franchisee Tom's King Holdings filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection this week. Touted as one of the top-performing Burger King franchisees in North America as recently as 2018, Tom's King plans to sell all 90 of its current BK locations across Pennsylvania, Virginia, Ohio, and Illinois. Just a few years ago, Tom's King operated over 100 Burger King locations. The pandemic, inflation, high supply costs, and lack of labor all took a serious toll on recent profits. However, per a declaration in support of bankruptcy submitted by the franchisee. According to the court filings, the operator's business suffered significantly from a loss of foot traffic, resulting in declining revenue without proportionate decreases in rental obligations, debt service, and other liabilities. And that's not even mentioning the additional cash flow issues created by higher prices for shipping, steeper food costs, and general inflation. Daniel Dooley acknowledged in the court filings that some of their BK locations remain profitable. Others, unfortunately, are losing money, rendering Tom's King unable to pay back its debts. The operator owes about $35 million in secured debt to Bank of America, $7 million in unsecured debt to Burger King, and another roughly $7 million is owed to numerous landlords, creditors, and vendors. Tom's King currently employs about 2,087 hourly and 90 salaried employees. The franchisee is pursuing a motion granting the authority to continue paying wages to those workers. The first public signs of financial trouble appeared a couple months ago when Tom's King abruptly closed over half a dozen Burger King restaurants in Ohio. Internally, these latest court filings reveal the company began taking a hard look at its financials around July of last year. That analysis ultimately led the franchisee to choose bankruptcy as the best possible path forward. Tom's King certainly isn't the only BK franchisee to feel the financial strain recently. Over the summer, credit rating agencies downgraded numerous Burger King operators due to various inflation-related issues. Similarly, the greater Burger King brand didn't fare well during the pandemic compared to its peers. For decades, the home of the Whopper had enjoyed the status of the number 2 US burger chain by sales behind only McDonald's. In 2020, Wendy's claimed that spot, pushing BK down to number 3. Burger King's profits have also been slow to recover post-pandemic, but there are signs of a turnaround. BK reported a 4% increase in US same-store sales growth year over year as of Q3 of last year, and a 10% increase globally. In recognition of these recent issues, Burger King's parent company recently announced a $400 million investment plan focused on revitalizing the overall BK brand in September 2022. Dubbed Reclaim the Flame, the initiative will see Burger King pursue fresh new marketing efforts, menu changes, and improvements to over 3,500 locations. The future is still unclear for Burger King and its physical locations. The future of this venerable burger restaurant is uncertain as they struggle to re-establish stability. Will they be able to overcome this bankruptcy filing and come back better than before, or will it be the end of an era? Time will only tell. Share your thoughts in the comments section.